He's literally right there.
I'm gonna do it over locally because someone's on speakers.
Last question.
Alright, so here's the deal. You guys are over at the supply depot. You have 6 Gorgons that do not respawn, and you have 2 command vehicles that also don't respawn that are filled with resupply. Not specifically, it's all your vehicles, sorry for the wording there. You also have 2 dump crates over there that also have resupply and a full complement of R&R Vix. Again, none of these Vix respawn, so if you lose it, you lose it, and also has potential ramifications for the entire rest of this campaign, at least when this whole map is considered. But anyway, your job today is to stop the NATO forces from gaining more traction in this area. Now, to explain the map, you got this nice little blue oval right here. This is where NATO has started entrenching itself. Somewhere in there are 2 fire bases that an officer of NATO is present in. Eliminate both of the officers to route NATO from this part of the island here. Now, NATO is also patrolling this zone, so I would expect NATO to be more condensed in here, but just because the blue zone exists doesn't mean that NATO isn't sending recon teams out in all directions to kind of pathfind. What defines as one of these teams is a recon squad, most likely suppressed, with some sort of APC or IFV, be it a, you know, the Honey Badger or I think it's the Namir, you know, the APC from NATO. So be mindful of those, and they might also have a few armor assets to utilize as well, probably for defensive purposes, though. We have seen Hurons towing things back and forth from... you're not going to be able to see my black circle there, but if you look southeast of the AO, you'll see a small flag icon back down there. So that's where they're basically airlifting more supplies, and these boats represent a bunch of boats that we believe came on shore that were the initial parties that set up the FOBs and whatnot. So if you find boats, the FOBs are probably really close by. Any questions?
Description of the officers.
Standard NATO officer, vanilla guys, how would I put it? Aviator shades, ball caps,
Send in Goat Team 6. No.
earpieces with
Less than
little
3 with
comm things that go around. You'll know when you see them.
Remember the CIA guys that came and trained us like 5 years ago? Look like that.
Now, one thing I will note, civilians have been evacuated from this area, and if you'll notice, there is an OPFOR boat marker close by the town of Ronay to the west. That is a CSAT carrier group, and they're preventing NATO from sending up any air support as well in the form of fast movers, but not helicopters. So you won't have to worry about getting dunked on by air. But they still have transports.
Do the dump boxes respawn?
If you kill a dump box, I'm going to be both surprised and willing to kick you off the server.
I haven't physically cringed my eyes in a while.
Liru.
Yeah.
Technical thing that people just know is intercom on the vehicles. There's no way for you to turn it off. I could probably write something.
I guess people gotta shut up then.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in TSB could learn that. Anyway.
quick one. Since you're not using your optic, can I borrow it?
Something check.
No. Anyway. Last thing you'll notice is crewmen don't have toolkits, but every squad has a repair specialist. We also have an IFV that's going to be going out and about without an ability to repair. So, communication, guys, it's going to be important. If not, you'll probably get killed. And you have limited assets, so, yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway, you've got about an hour and a half to get this objective done. In my opinion, this shouldn't take you more than an hour, but I know you all find wonderful ways to surprise me. Any questions?
Do the trees respawn?
Alright, good luck, have fun! Well, let's see, we got a central recon team right here. They're also cutting to the right. So we might have a recon team fold into them. This is a, you know, vanilla-based operation, so it's hard for me to set up proper assets here. They're gonna end up driving right in front of this recon team, and this Vic is going up on its own.
Hostiles.
We got one Marshall.
Why did you all just break apart?
Enemy squad next to the explosion.
Alright. So I gotta do some finagling here. I'm gonna drive this other Marshal up. So I'm gonna put him in this line of trees right here.
Okay, everybody meet up. Everybody meet up around the meet area. Then we'll push in from there.
Oh. Okay.
Why is there a Gorgon flying through the air?
Because apparently unloading casualties does that to you. I could have told you that.
That looked nice.
Break, this is Alpha. We are in mass cas. Both of our medics are down. I will mark our position. We could use some assistance.
This is high. I healed the Vic, but I can't heal individuals because this is scripted. Medical, over.
Haha, Flight Sim 2020.
I don't know what that was about. FK, thanks for the 36-month resub, 3 years. We're gonna have the new badges soon. I gotta shoot the email. I'm procrastinating that so hard, and I feel so bad. But hope you keep enjoying the ops, and I hope you're getting a kick out of this, cause I certainly am.
Everyone meet up on that.
Yeah, Ramirez, I don't know what to say about that one.
Be careful, we had eyes on a Marshal out to the west, other side of this building.
Alright, I got explosives, yep.
Everybody dismount your Vics. Let's get security while we get these boys up.
Am I actually?
We thank you for the help. Half of us are up, the other half are gonna be up in 30 seconds.
Hey, Alpha, we don't see this Marshal.
Wow.
It might have pulled back. That's what we're shooting at as we get around the other side and then armored in our Vic, so.
I cannot believe I got away with that. Huh. In hindsight, I should have just gotten in it, but I thought they would actually keep people in it, but I guess not.
Charlie Marshall is engaging some infantry.
Wow.
Just sitting in the field.
That happened.
He means Gorgon.
Yeah.
I hurt their wheelings. Oh my god. Richard, that's... What type of joke was that?
We're engaging infantry, we have sight on.
Alright, so I wanted this Marshal to go up and be their security, but the Marshal decided, you know what, fam? Nah, I don't need to move. I just heard a missile go off. Yeah, there goes
Be
that.
advised, we are leaking fuel, we are RTB. Actually, if I could get a repair, like now, that'd be great, before I run out of fuel.
Alright, they still gotta go out to that Gorgon and get it picked up, but I think people are dying.
Half fuel.
Brown, this is high. We have reinserts back at base, over.
Roger that.
Fuel still dropping.
Hey, Gorgon needs a repair, dude. Whoever's the repair dude, please move.
The repair dudes aren't on this
Fuel
net,
still
though.
dropping. It is still dropping.
Ah, classic
Okay,
Arma
we're good
3. I'm
now.
gonna
We're gonna go
complain on
pick
the
up the
net that isn't gonna fix
and,
anything to get my issue sorted in hopes that it gets
Everybody
fixed.
mount up, Charlie, go get the reinserts. Let's push.
I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and teleport myself next to the R&R things over here. Cool. They're bringing another Gorgon in, because they're leaving that one as, scuttle. I did heal it, because it technically got armored, so. Alright, you survived. I'll send you back. And I guess this AO is now doing stuff, so I'm gonna have it start ferrying back and forth from that position.
Pick up rest of our guys that died in the vehicle when it got launched.
They
Yes,
get
we
picked
covered
up by
our vehicle.
Charlie. You just get over to the meet point. Bravo.
Looks like they
You're
got
good
the
to go.
vehicle partially fixed.
Bravo's good to go.
Meet up to the meet point, then everybody start pushing south. We want to get into that area now.
I think this guy's stuck, yeah. Pathfinder was stuck because he was between a few twigs. I love it. So if a fuel tank is damaged in Arma, it'll leak fuel regardless of if the engine's on or not. So we got these guys forming up here. It's just, will the marshal actually react? Do the infantry see anything? No, they're kind of deep in the forest here. So I'm not going to react to that, even though it's a golden target. They're waiting for their reinserts to come back here. So all I have to do is look at it, and it'll auto-repair.
Be advised, Bravo's at meat marker and waiting further.
Yes.
Looks like they're figuring it out. All you have to do with this is just look at the VIX from inside the VIC, and you get a scroll wheel option to rearm, refuel, and repair per VIC. It doesn't speed the drain off his if the engine's on. No, it doesn't do that. Depends on the mission vehicle setting. I think that's with Ace only. Again, this is just vanilla. Anyway, they fought through the recon groups. Now we're actually coming into the AO. They've
back to the AO. I'm just gonna drop them off.
shot
the
some of
rest
these
the squads,
guys
'cause I don't
dead.
know who they belong to. I'm assuming Alpha.
Roger that. Alpha, Bravo.
And if they
you
form
see
up
the
a bit
black
closer,
line.
I can, you know, start shelling them.
Bravo copies. Are we just driving straight into the AO?
That would be very
We're gonna get to
unwise.
that first tree line after the intersection. You guys are going to dismount and go bush to bush.
That would
Vics
be
will either
very,
go along the road or go behind the infantry as they push
very
along, and then we're gonna split out
unwise,
from
but-
there. We'll probably go to the west and then push around to the east.
let's see what happens.
So, Bravo, you ready to go?
Go for Bravo.
Are you ready to go on the black line?
Bravo's ready to move out from the meet point. Do you want us in that intersection? Do you want us going east or west?
1 second. Alpha, are you ready to go?
We're still waiting for a Vic crew, but other than that. So currently we don't have a vehicle.
Alright, so I mean, these guys just heard a bunch of explosions. They got eyes. They set up their squad. Okay, now he's reacting.
Be advised, Bravo's taking fire this time.
Bravo, return fire. Everybody push the black line when you can. Charlie, give everyone support. Somebody in Alpha, get the fucking Vic back. We need to move.
We're gonna get that, we'll call the mortars
Alpha,
in
if
now.
you
That's
don't have
not
a
the
Vic,
mortar
move
wee
to the
woo,
black
that's,
line and go down along it. You can act as an emergency support until your Vic crew gets back with their Vic.
it's about this position, so I'm
Everyone
gonna
push along
overrange a
black
shot.
line. Let's go.
Stand by. Bravo Vic needs repairs, performing security, repairing vehicle.
Oh dear, well, hope it's quick, because I'm, putting mortars over there. PCML fire off. We hit about right there. Let's inch him in a little closer. It's because they're in combat, so they're not going to think about it yet. Yada-da. I still have the squad leader, so he'll be able to call stuff in.
AO, we've deposited all of the reinserts.
As long as I still have someone in the AO, because every NATO guy is going to have an SR, theoretically. And they're definitely within range to call that artillery in.
Everyone go on the black line. Move.
Alright, they're going to call for another correction. This one's going to be right next
We
to
just
that
got locked
position.
on and fired at on our 6 o'clock. Contact somewhere to the northwest.
That would be the squad that's reconning with that PCML.
This is where we have
Yeah,
to
they
get
just
the
got
front
hit.
going, so they don't surround us from the rear.
Bravo's en route.
Yeah, he just got saved.
Northeast.
I'm actually gonna keep him in the smoke here. Or not the smoke, excuse me, the wheat there.
Everybody make sure to update your position on the map if you're not in the Vic, because only the Vics have a C-tab enabled.
And the rain picked up outside. Now they're starting to come in. This guy is about to make it back to base. We got the Hurons flying back and forth. Another PCML shot just got heard, and there's the Gorgon taken out. They got keyholed.
Alpha Bravo, Charlie got hit. You guys have to push on. We've got to rescue them and figure out what the fuck hit us.
Say again?
Quickly delete that before
You
it blows
guys
up.
keep pushing. Your squad leads should know how to get this. Get down there, start getting rid of those NATO boys. We're going to pick up Charlie.
Alright, be advised, we're gonna hit this crossroads. Bravo's gonna dismount and move west, flank around that side.
Oh. Oh. That's not good. That's the one rhino I have up here. Wow, the only other one is back here. So, some pretty dumb luck there, Chief. Alright, yeah, so they're gonna go check out the smoke bloom. I have those Hurons flying back and forth more for lore than anything else, but... No, that was actually really... Ah, no, he's pushing to the contact because his AI brain's like, oh, cool. Well then...
Hi, Command. This is Charlie Gorgon. How copy?
This is hi, send message.
Hey, we can't seem to figure out how to get the countermeasures on the Gorgons to work at all, and the enemy's locking on with missiles.
Use the terrain to your advantage then, over.
Copy. We'll use flat terrain to our advantage.
I watched you use a rock to dodge a missile, so don't you dare, over. We literally watched him drive behind cover, and the missile got hit by the rock, so either recon your shit out instead of pushing in blindly, and use your brain, or not.
Enemy armor 160.
Oh dear. I think they're gonna have to re-attack because I don't see any medics up except platoon medic. There needs to be some smokes that are popped. Someone needs to get an AT guy up. Star Wars is on Tuesdays. So right now, it's kind of do or die here for the infantry. The only hill in this AO I put a tank on, just because I thought, you know, it would be really weird if they drove up to it, and they did, so.
Get your inventory for your launcher.
So, smokes are going up, that's good. I'm gonna pull this tank away, because his job is pretty much done. I'll bring him to the background.
This time, both the squad leaders aren't responding.
No,
down.
Jesus is on Mass right now trying to get people out of this destroyed building.
Well, I have a medic for you.
Yeah, and again, changing into AOs, no one's speaking on 50, there's no coordination nor communication.
Other Gorgon, keep mobile.
It's not gonna get a third, because that thing I'm trying to have pull back.
Lined up.
But now his own AI is fighting him.
Do we know where said thing is?
Supposedly to the east somewhere.
Last info I had on it was 160.
But I also gave him the option in the beginning of the stream, hey, do you want a fast-moving car for CSAT guys to do recon? Or do you want another IFV? And you chose another IFV, so it's what you wanted.
Squad lead back on that after being down.
But it looks like the medics are still getting a few people up. And we're pretty much out of Gorgons now.
We want to get in there before
Helo's inbound.
Copy that, was already planning on it.
Gorgon, if you can, take them down before they drop anything.
So the thing about the PCMLs, which is the lock-on AT I'm giving to the enemy here, actually this squad would aggro by now and go check out what that noise is, because that tank would have reported it.
Enemy vehicle.
And this Vic is now charging ahead.
Approximately 200 meters.
Direction. To where? Give me a direction.
But yeah, no, it only has a lock-on range of about 500 meters. It's technically effective up to 1,000, but I can never get a lock, nor can the AI get on a lock past 500.
Should be now to your southeast, Gorgon.
Charlie, gone eyes.
I think that tank is finally pulling back, so. charge through open ground. They're being attacked by a NATO squad. Some are trying to hold and engage. I have no idea why the Vic is driving out on its own right now. That's not a smart idea. Because they're just gonna get picked off by a PCML again. Especially, like, okay, if this was the Vic tied to a squad, I'd get them moving with their squad. That's what they're supposed to do. But that's their additional Vic. That's the one that you either want to be scouting routes or going on a flank, but not going, like, directly in front of the infantry, you know? Because otherwise it'll just get blown up, and that's the same one that just bitched at me against PCMLs, but, you know, PCMLs can counter that type of tactic, so they either gotta change tactics. Okay, I think the AT guy's dead, though, thank God, but... yeah, driving right up to the infantry within 100 meters is not the proper way to do it, but... whatever, c'est la vie. They'll either learn, or they won't. That's why I limited their assets today. So I'm trying to pop smoke grenades here and pull them back. Because that IFV's charging, I got nothing to deal with it. Said I can use those tanks as reserve, so you know what? After seeing that, I'm gonna delete the other one. It's just gonna be one today, and it's just the standard Rhino vehicle hunter, tank hunter, excuse me.
I'm giving clearance for everybody to pick up enemy AT, so long as it's not lock on.
Copy. Clear to pick up enemy AT, Bravo.
That's all of it. What? Wait, what? But NATO doesn't have any non-lock on AT unless ground is misinformed about the PCML's capabilities. Okay, come on, this is perfect. Oh, he's behind a little hill, he might not see it in time. But he's not overwatching that angle. And that was a miss. Again, if you're within 500 meters, you can hit T and do a close lock-on.
Enemy armor flanking around hilltop at 0100.
He knows you're back there. He's cheating with third person, too. That's just the AI. So having the other Gorgon come around.
All units take
That's smart. I know they're not communicating. This is just dumb luck, but...
Rhino to our east, trying to shoot us.
Nice.
Alpha Bravo, your Vics are back. Use them to help the other Gorgon.
Rockets down, rockets down.
Rhino's destroyed.
So they got one of them. I'm going to have the Hurons pull back, because that was just to show that supplies were being ferried back and forth.
Alpha Bravo, are you positioned?
Now I'm going to pull off whatever I have on the perimeter. Have them come back into the AO instead. And let's see, let me start deleting bodies from the back line as well.
As far as I can tell, yeah.
Yeah, good Huron kill. Looks like another Huron... Actually, all Hurons went in the water. Wow, nice. So yeah, they crashed into each other. They got a good long-range shot or some sort of AT.
Actually make them come towards...
So I'm going to leave that wreck right there, because that's pretty damn cinematic.
Enemy infantry north.
I think you just mispinged me.
Charlie, Gorgon engaging.
Hey man, I just work here.
Yep. I'm gonna have them smoke, try to pull back.
Hey, our tank
but their AI will only do so much.
Did I hear mass gas? Do I need to bring a medic over?
Negative. Negative. We're good. Tell my guys to not group up. We're on net.
Alright, let's see. We've got all 3 IFEs back in the AO. There's only 3 left. I got NATO squads now coming around, and this is the actual dangerous part of the terrain because it's all close together. So infantry has to properly screen their VICs, which is going to be exceptionally difficult because of the type of AT they are facing.
Be advised, Charlie Gorgon RTB to rearm.
Roger that, Charlie.
So now you have these guys engaging back and forth. I'm gonna hold on the mortar as well because they've been getting their asses kicked. And now we've got the VICs. Okay, this is also good. A VIC behind the infantry screen is also effective in the open terrain, but it's gonna be a bit tougher with all these trees consolidated.
Wanna work?
Medic just brought him up. Cool. Because there's a lot more open territory that enemies can come from.
Dispatch, you're about to go into a urban setting with a lot of trees. Either stay away or stick close to your infantry.
Yep. So Ground is aware of the tactic he needs to utilize, so he's passing that to get his guys in. But this AO, I mean, at least for this one of the 2 bases, it's built to you know, be engaged from afar, so they can get away with that, but who knows? We're about to test the resolve by sending these guys from the flanking faction. I have them on full, but they're still set to combat, so they're going to take forever to get over there. I don't want to break them apart just yet, but I will
Charlie
if I
Gorgon to Alpha and Bravo
absolutely
Gorgon.
need to get that flank going.
Crew members have access to countermeasures in your vehicles?
No, negative. It's only the commander.
I got Holy Light in the commander's seat of our vehicle. We don't even have access to it.
Where's mine earlier? I don't know. It might be broken.
Possibly glitched.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Anyway, up for, Green 4 still pushing around. Az was by himself again, and he got shot by AI. Classic Az. Still have this squad coming up. They're, taking their sweet time.
Bravo's not in contact.
I'm not being sneaky, I just...
Alpha's just pushing along with
yes, you need the commander to deploy the countermeasures. It's not driver, I was just in the commander seat and did it. And I did it by myself.
Gorgons, watch out. I just saw a guy with fucking laws.
I don't know. Maybe one of them's glitched out. But again, those would be things to test before you...
Confirm we don't have any more Gorgons left back at base.
Confirm there are no Gorgons back at base. Also, I just tested it. Commander has to hit the C key to activate the smoke screen like any other Vic. Over.
Copy. We're gonna all dismount and see if we can reset it because it's not working.
If you want, I can replace the vehicle. You just gotta give me a hot second, but you all have to dismount it too.
Yeah, that would be preferable.
Give me 1 second to put its inventory back.
Yep, that's fine.
This is ground to either Alpha or Bravo for 2 minutes down. I need a medic up here.
Oh, Europa or Payday 2 have a lot of DLCs, definitely.
Thanks, I bucks now.
Looks like the Gorgon just shredded all those dudes. And we have another squad coming in. They're Gorgon staying on the outside. They're actually coming up to a FOB.
I
Noise.
need the medic at the ground medic position.
I'm gonna rush that squad over yonder.
Be advised.
Now again,
Charlie
I don't mean to be an
Gorgon
ass about
inbound.
anything. It's just,
2.8
you know,
clicks
stuff like that you
with
probably
1
want to
times medic
test
and 1 times
before you leave base.
Copy.
You know? Because especially if you're right next to an ammo Vic, why not? You know, because you can just rearm the damn thing. But, you know, people don't think about it. And I gotta start beating people into that mentality again of, hey, you know, check your gear before you leave base. Don't assume it works. This is Arma 3. It's never going to work when you want it to. That's okay. We haven't done public ops in a while, and I'm gonna get back into the swing of things, so we'll make sure it's taken care of. Alright, if these guys survive, I'm gonna have them go around the long way. Again, they just don't really know how to maneuver when they're under fire because they're AI. Isn't that good? That's just not for vanilla, that's for any set of AI, to be perfectly honest.
Alpha marker, just follow the black line in. The west of Gorgon Alpha marker, you got enemy infantry.
At the Gorgon Alpha marker, enemy infantry, confirm.
If you look at Gorgon Alpha marker, we're right here. To the west, there's enemy
Clearly, they
infantry.
forgot
There was
to
a guy
pray
with
to the
a
machine
Vaz.
spirit.
I don't know if he's dead.
Copied.
I just know he's unhappy.
When is the AI in any game not terrible? Yeah, that's a good question, but let's see. PCML shot just rain out.
Second for Bravo.
I would assume that was by Big Mess, but that could have been someone else that picked up a PCML. Anything's possible.
wanted to know your position.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to try.
Yeah, it's okay. I caught it last second. You're fine.
Bravo's in the marker saying cleared Bravo. We're clearing house to house right now. Just took out enemy Vic.
What I can do to bring in some more units, though, is I can have them come in by a boat. We can assume that they were launched after the Hurons took fire. We can bring them in from afar. Still gonna take them a while to get there, but hey, at least you have the action, right? Alright, so these guys, I mean, I'm having them pull up behind the black smoke, so it's all fair, but they're kind of alone right now, so this can get very, very messy. I'm also going to go ahead and ungarrison this group and load them in the Vic, and then I will have this Vic come up and do a transport unload. Yeah, Vic's pulled up behind them, and it's starting to basically deliver enfilading fire, shoot people in the back. And again, there's a big lack of comms on 50 right now. I don't hear Zeno talking about anything at the moment. I don't think he's identified that he has the base right there.
I have no idea where the fuck we are on this map right now.
Yeah, so Zeno, he's lost, and these guys are all the way down here, so he doesn't realize how screwed he is. He still has his medic, though, which is good.
Armor driving east to west, 220, Marshall.
At this point, I'm going to give this guy a seek and destroy order. He's going to go around and try to hit things. We still have the AT guy alive, though.
Ground medic position.
Yeah, ground
The
asked
medic
for a
is
medic,
down,
and
I need someone to get him back up.
everyone still kept walking.
Coming over with the medic right now.
This is great.
What's your spot?
But yeah, this is your standard public op right now, so I'm just reacting to what I have in the AO, and I'm going to keep reacting to it, because again, I said earlier, this op should take no more than an hour if they were doing it, you know, with everything perfect, but
Alpha, don't go any further south than that.
you don't get that. So, that's okay.
You want us keep clearing?
It's still built to be successful,
Go
but
east, try and link up
if they
with
lose the
Bravo, so
Gorgons
not
again and get
separated.
wiped, there's not going to be much they can do. So Big Mess Dog went out on his own to try to find this Vic. Unfortunately, he was picked off at a really tough
Bravo taking
angle.
fire from our southwest.
I think the thermals
Working on
just
getting you
penetrated the
upgrade
trees.
pods.
Also, the Vic was closer. But yeah, going off on your own, not the best idea. So Squad Leader needs to get with Medic and pull around now. But now we have infantry coming as well. Other Vic's gotten in here, so I'm gonna send it up. But yeah, they basically penetrated right in between both of the bases without realizing it. And now I've got more squads to send in. Now we're going to have a platoon on top of this position.
Charlie Gorgon, I prefer if you keep out in the middle of nowhere so you can't get shot, so probably stay on the northern side, do long range support. You're free firing anything that comes towards us.
With all due respect, I'd prefer not to be out by myself with no form of support if something goes wrong.
Roger, move to where you feel is safe enough for you to keep yourself alive, but support everybody.
Copy. I will stick with the other Gorgons so we have a 360 perimeter of Gorgons.
Hey, just out of the love of my heart, out of all the squads, if you pick up a NATO weapon and you get shot by one of the Gorgons, that is not our fault. We're PIDing by weapons because, you know, big white weapon versus dark weapon.
Squads should only be allowed to pick up Mauses, no other weapons.
That was the non-lock on AT. They were talking about the Mauses and the fire teams earlier. That's okay.
Yeah,
I was really confused, but no, he's right. Yeah, I do have Mauses down. Did they?
Gorgons, if you see a guy with a NATO gun and a NATO AT coming at you...
Those guys didn't have NATO guns, though. And they just shot the medic of the other squad.
Alpha and Bravo, when you guys meet up, tell me.
We just looked at those people. Ground, this is high. You have reinserts back at base. Over.
Charlie Gorgon will go pick him up.
I cannot believe I just witnessed that. Because watch this. I mean, if we literally take a copy of him, this is a hard copy of him. This is his gun. Because, you know, hard copy, it copies his kit. We take a copy of Sirius.
Charlie Gorgon RTB to pick up reinserts.
He also didn't have a NATO gun. So
this
what?
Is Alpha Vic, be advised, Alpha's medic is currently down on Mark.
These guys are going to go check out those gunshots. Because they impacted here and there, and that squad was over there. The medic is still up on his own. Zeno got shot. Took out some guys with him, though, which was nice.
Be advised, ground's going to bring platoon medic from your direct north.
But I'm actually amazed here. They're going to have to regroup because I don't think they've realized that they have an entire squad that's wiped. I just told them they have reinserts. Yeah, no, they had to have been in thermals and they just didn't PID. And then you heard them one of the vehicle guys say that they're going to shoot anyone with a NATO gun, but that was Outcast Vic, who's RTB now, so I don't know who did what there. But again, this is one of those days where the public op is the lowest common denominator. Now, the real question is, do I breach and clear Potato? Alright.
Contact north.
So I'm going to start forming up my infantry here. We're going to let Potato live. I'm going to move away from him. I'm just going to set up my units here. So I just had Larry go down. I think he was shot by a NATO dude, though. Just heard something get thrown. You have the smoke grenade. Good. Good. That's what you want to do. So even though I have a big buildup of infantry here, it basically was to destroy that one squad because it found itself in the worst part of Bornholm there. I'm going to still stagger these squads in because if I wipe this, the op's going to be a fail. So trying to give them a chance to bounce back, but their medical excuse me, their comms are a bit tough.
Most of us died. What is our way to reinfilled?
And they just ran over their medic. I can't.
Ron, are you alive?
People once in a while ask me if I ever, like, if any of the highlights I release on YouTube are staged. And I love just replying with, you know, that's the real beauty of it. It's not. But that's also why I find it slightly terrifying. This is why a lot of people don't like Arma, though. A lot of people just want to go in somewhere like a Warzone server.
All of these reinserts. There's so many back at base.
Not sure if he's asking me that, but again, I'll explain in debrief. They didn't even get killed by the QRF that came, and they were already dead by then. It's just another Marshal came in from the other FOB, but they ended up going right between the FOBs. Yeah, but, you know, people like Warzone, Call of Duty, Halo, because you just go in, kill people, and be done. But, you know, Arma requires communication, and, you know, people don't want to communicate. They just want to turn their brains off and shoot each other. I'm not braining the planes because I told them there would be no brains there, but...
Amount of firepower.
Yeah, they're braining up the Striker.
Hey, this is a Bravo machine gun.
Or Strider, excuse me.
MG in the base because we need firepower.
Use ground command's vehicle for that, not that vehicle. If that vehicle gets destroyed, we have no other response for that vehicle.
Copy.
Bravo Gorgon's got enemy contact 321.
Alright, so I like how this group's flanking, this group's gonna join up with them and push down. Again, I've only been sending units based off of audio or, you know, reason. Because I try to have this make sense where I can, but... Oh, two guys just got taken off on the same window. By this machine gunner. Yep.
This is Charlie Gorgon bringing back 7 reinserts.
Well, I told you that's not a vehicle shooting at me. No, I live.
Two guys down over here. I think one was trying to pull the other back. Now you got the Marshals engaging, which is good. But they need to consider mounting up and pulling away, because this is messy. Sirius needs to report these two guys in so Luxy can bring them up. QRF needs to come in ASAP, but they're at a bad angle here, so... Again, a retreat wouldn't be a bad call.
There's a guy with an 18 men north of Gorgon Bravo's position. We don't want to beat him for obvious reasons.
I'm gonna pull this guy up from the coast to watch that MSR.
Move clear then.
But yeah, it's because they're down a squad and they're down some additional units that they don't have the second squad to be like right here and then the vehicles be in between, and they'd be fine. But because they lost the squad because they got lost and went off into a different direction, which just happened to be in between the two spots. Also, Potato got shot in the back. Ouch. Command is kind of in this position now. I'm going to move that up to the road. I want to have better eyes. Medic is also down. And I might have just seen... a friendly fire incident right there.
Brown, this is Alpha Vic. We need friendly infantry up here on Alpha's position now. Alpha is down entirely.
Yeah.
Copy. Is Alpha marker correct on their position?
Alpha
This could be bad if this guy turns around and tries to engage.
Copy. Inbound right now with 7 times reinserts, dropping them off at Alpha marker.
There goes the Vic. There goes the Marshal engaging that Vic.
Cannon fire.
Infantry fell apart, nothing to screen the Vic, and I think the Marshal just picked them off.
Do you know if that thing with autocannon was chasing you?
You did?
That was on Mars.
Reinserts are down.
Hide in the trees and wait for stuff to run in front of us.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This is a good idea, what they're doing. They're trying to go to the shore so they can minimize where contact's coming from. That's going to make it easier for them to set up their infantry here.
Inserts dropped off on Alpha marker.
Awesome.
But they've been in this cycle of just having a single squad. And they're getting shot at by dudes at keyholes through the trees here because they don't have enough guys to kind of keep everything going. There's no medic now. And there's no command because he's down too. No one is thinking that this is a bad idea because they keep sending units up in chunks to try to reinforce the guys that are already down. But TSB, honestly, any Arma group, no one really thinks about falling back and regrouping once they're in the, the combat.
Do you know where that autocannon fire is coming from?
That was just us just firing now. It might be coming in from the west.
I'm gonna pull that Vic up just a touch. But they're about to drive right up to a Marshal. Oh dear. And I think they just noticed.
Bravo Gorgon's gonna go investigate real fast.
So AT just went out, and there you go.
We found a Marshal and killed it.
Alpha machine, sorry, Bravo machine gun to ground command. Alpha, Bravo squad to down.
This is Charlie Gorgon. Ground command's vehicle stuff.
So we're down to 2 Gorgons. No medics in the AO. 3 infantrymen alive, 2 Gorgons.
Bravo,
I mean,
Gorgon, this is Charlie Gorgon. I need your support over towards the shoreline.
Oh man, I don't know how they're gonna form up here.
All of us were destroying boats to prohibit an escape.
Okay.
They're gonna blow up the boat. Okay.
Alpha squad, we are down.
Okay.
Stabilize. 4 guys down in the medic.
Okay.
Where are you at?
I guess it makes sense because you want to prevent them from leaving so you can box them all in.
Alpha marker.
Copy, bringing a medic over to you.
Apparently they have a medic in that Vic.
This is ground to ground units. Ground is respawn back at base. Everybody just try and get in the research spot. Make sure you set everything around you. We'll worry about getting ground back in after.
So Gorgon's trying to engage this one infantry guy.
We have 2 guys down. We need a medic.
And he gets hit.
Never mind, we have 4 guys down. We need a medic. Our current position is Bravo mark on the map. Ground, if you can bring.
I'm gonna go up and delete some of the infantry that died.
Copy, we'll send a medic over to you shortly. Currently just absorbing fire while Alpha medic brings everybody up.
This is really risky because if AT gets out and engages him, he's screwed, and that explosion's going to blow up that group.
Bravo Gorgon's fine. Charlie Gorgon's on fire.
There's a hit.
Charlie Gorgon is about to be destroyed. Just a heads up. We're trying to protect a large group of enemy friendly infantry.
Yeah, we're trying to kill as much as... Oh.
All Gorgons pull out.
So they got the other medic up. They did have a medic with them.
Protecting Mascaz.
So Zeven could get out and do some field repairs on that Vic.
Yeah, there's a lot of contacts coming in from our northwest.
At this point, they're everywhere.
Well, they've been sending at most 3 squads at a time with that last push, but it's only been 2 or 3. Like this one's only 2, and then they got defensive installation right here.
Leave them. If you can, get them in the Vicks. Get the fuck out of there.
So So now ground command is thinking about doing a pullback. It's a little late for that, but it could still happen, but...
Be advised, Charlie Gorgon's just booking it out. I've lost 4 wheels, and it's going to be a long time till I get out anyways.
07.
Azariah is running out on his own again. The medic went down again, unfortunately. They have a second Maskaz over here. See, the other Gorgon's back here.
Can you hear us?
Aye.
20 meters from you, CCP. Fall down. We need you to dismount and help them.
Alright, so now we can go get those guys.
Hi. Here.
So Galil doing a good job stepping up on 50 to get people in. Azariah getting picked off for being on his own.
Charlie Gong, be advised, to your west there's Lcpl NATO contact.
And there's no plan for reinserts now because all the Vics are down.
High command?
Yep.
Hey, I'm asking for a favor I'm pretty sure I know the answer to. Would you be willing to repair us enough so our wheels are up and operational so we can get back to base, do a full repair, and pick up reinserts?
Yeah, sure. I actually gave you guys the ability to repair yourselves because, there are some repair specialists in the AO you're currently at that could do that for you.
Copied.
And this is Charlie Gorgon. Any
Here's one.
specialist currently up and running?
Do we have any repair here?
Nope.
I have a hammer if you count that.
He's there.
Any repair specialists able to come over to us, to the west?
Bravo lost its repair specialist at EC.
Alpha,
Send it.
do you have a repair specialist?
Give me a minute. Yeah, Gorgon's just having fucking Bahama trip on the beach right now. Yeah, tower.
Yeah, you're coming by the CCP we set up.
Yeah, I don't want to go over into the forest because there's a lot of bad guys probably here.
Why is a medic...
Yeah, they're everywhere around here.
I'm back.
Alright, c'est la vie.
Well, you have one brave soldier who's going to the front line. Look at him go.
Alpha, I need that repair specialist.
Scratch that, we lost the dude.
Alpha,
Send it.
repair specialist, please.
Looking for it.
So there's only one thing I RC'd today, and that was the guy to put the demo charge on the Vic, and that was instead of stealing the Vic. See, look at that. Look, they communicated after I remind them that they could do that, and boop, look at that. All their wheels are back. Wow. Absolutely incredible.
I'm going to take the battle tower, or what the fuck were you doing?
We were supposed to do that until, you know, everyone turned to MIT.
How do you write a 2,000-word presentation in one day? Carefully, Ligma. Carefully.
Don't look at me like I'm menacing, I'm friendly. Jesus.
I did that, God, back in International Baccalaureate 12th grade high school for IB. Yeah, well, IB is International Baccalaureate. But no, it was, every senior had to turn in a paper. And I did mine all in a night on psychology, and I got a frickin' 5 on it, which out of the scale, 7 is A, 6 is A minus, 5 is B, 4 is C. Anything 4 and above was passing. And I got a 5, and I'm like, yeah, cool.
Resupply, Bravo Gorgon stuff.
Alright, I'm gonna go send... We'll send the Bobcat out. I'm gonna go find an LZ.
This is ground to squad leads and Vix. Do you want to keep going on this?
And then once I get that, I will,
Bravo is prepared to assault this FOB.
I'm gonna start branding Ghost Hawks of QRF.
Waiting for a new medic. Well, he can't escape. All the boats on the shore, I don't know what happened over here, are all destroyed.
Alpha, Holy Light is somewhere on the ground near you guys. See if you can find him.
Copy, we try.
So can someone relay whoever's on that short range who's 1x5? I can't hear a fucking thing they're saying.
I'm not gonna lie, ground sounds
Sorry.
pretty defeated after that one.
Hey, Vic, can you tell Holy to mark his location on map roughly?
Yeah, we'll do. Wait, one, he's marking it now.
Woo! Nice shot.
Bravo Gorgon's gonna use the water and gain some distance so we don't get fucked by some OP jackass with a Maz launcher.
See, funny enough, the only times the vehicles have been killed by AT today was from PCMLs.
Reference the here marker, that's where Holy Light is.
God, we can barely reach that as it is.
He's been running back into the AO! What a fucking Chad! Oh, that's... He's halfway there. I love it. Okay. Normally I frown upon that, but with how colossal
Yeah, we cannot push up to hold on till we get our squad up.
of a mess this has been.
Out of curiosity, are any of you guys going into the tower?
Break. Where are you located? I'll send Holy to you.
We're on Alpha marker still. We never got out here.
Let's give him a
Alright, I'm gonna put... This is gonna look a little foreign to some of you guys, but I'm putting a Marshal right here. I need it with crew, though, so it can be seen from afar. Why? So when I look out, I can hit F, and then I can go out and hit F to jump to it. You're gonna see why that's important later. Alright, I'm gonna give him like a minute.
Apparently Holy died, so we're gonna pick him up as well as 8 other people.
This is ground to all squad leads. Clear everything off your map. Put the position where your squads are right now. I need
Another
updates,
30 seconds.
not old information. Vic's do the same thing.
Bravo's assaulting the FOB right now in a firefight.
Alright. Ghost talk. Careless hold fire. NATO, infantry, rifle squad. Load in the Vic. Oh, right, if I'm holding something, I can't clip it to hit F, so it's mute anyway. But still, the symbol at least guides me to where that carrier would be, quote-unquote. Put it in the air.
Get in the Gorgon, guys, come on.
Transport unload. And then go back. And then move those guys over. That is how you build a little bit of a Overwatch group.
How many you got in there, Gorgon?
Yeah, I'm gonna move him slightly because he's in the boxes.
Who's this other guy just standing nearby?
That's me. Ground command, how many you got in there?
Alright, guys, where are those
5.
grenades?
I got room for 3.
Where are those sweet, sweet grenades? He's trying to shoot through the
I'll get
hole.
in, let's go.
He's trying to hit his foot. I love it. Alright, I love the thinking. Alright. Grenade. The G key
Once
is
again,
for
this
the
is ground to all
grenade.
Squad leads or anybody that can hear me. Get rid of the old markers off the map. Place a marker to where you are right now.
Oh, okay. Well, they tried.
Markers roughly accurate. Yes, we are in the
Alright, brute force works too. There's no medics though, so this is kind of awkward.
Bravo Gorgon or whatever, you're gonna have to remark your spot.
Alpha to Bravo, that's pushing the pop.
That is not where I told you to
Charlie Gorgon
land.
Inbound with
Where?
6 times reinserts, 1 being ground command. We are 2.8 out.
Gotta love the AI. He set the careless hold fire, but he's still ignoring my order. And now I'm fearful that the Gorgon's gonna snipe him out.
Helicopter.
Inbound with 2 times medics.
Copy that. Alpha marker needs a medic and then push up to...
Alright, fuck it. I'm not gonna give the squads orders until they land then.
We're gonna follow that ghost talker a sec. Oh, it's landing at a radio station over here?
I'm gonna turn that Vic around so there's at least some semblance of security.
Yeah, be advised. The ghost
Charlie
talker's
Gorgon
landing.
pushing to engage enemy attack helicopter.
That was a ghost talk.
Well, we're gonna kill it.
We're already we're pushing along the coast right now.
So much for that. That's okay. Alright, now everyone's going to the FOB.
Charlie Gorgon, be careful, we're around you.
Alpha
Enemy infantry AT, enemy infantry AT.
Alright, half damage.
Shoot and skew that kid, shoot and skew.
Charlie Gorgon
Swing and a miss.
back into the AO.
Yeah, now I'm gonna send these guys up to the FOB. And I'm going to hold on any attempts to do...
Oh, we found out what that ghost talk was. Unfortunately, it was not to our desire.
Not a bad strategy there.
No.
Not a bad strat at all.
I just don't like Moz teams that are looking at me.
Yeah, there was also an engineer vehicle there that we destroyed.
Yeah, we saw it.
I think they're confusing what PCMLs and Moz's are.
700 meters out from the FOB, I'm dismounting all 6
They got the officer killed.
at the FOB itself.
Copy that. Do leave a 1 medic at the Alpha marker.
Copy, I will drop off everybody and then keep our current medic and bring him over to you.
Copy that. FOB has been cleared.
Wow.
Yeah, we found another FOB.
Uh-oh. Oh, they lucked out, it hit a tree!
FOB, Bravo, Gorgon, come back. We're gonna pick up who we can and we're gonna take everybody over there.
Yeah, we're trying to avoid missiles. Give us a sec.
Again, mobility is a very great way to...
Fucking thing bamboozled me. I thought it was the FOB that everyone was at. I almost drove into it.
Oh, dear.
Okay, we are here with the medic.
Thank you.
There's the dismounts. They're gonna get the other medic up, and then they're gonna move in and get the rest of their guys up, too. Alright. We're getting somewhere. Divine intervention right there, definitely, for that tree. We still have Red Nexus, who's...
come back to the first FOB, pick up people, and then we'll have
run off on his own.
We are out for first FOB.
One maneuver I could try, which is really risky and almost never happens in the real world.
We've got for officer in this FOB.
But I'm willing to try it. Because Command would be brainstorming ideas at this point.
Ground command, I suggest we load up infantry into the vehicles and then assault the other FOB.
Is
This is ground. I've got
pushing people out of a helicopter with
Copy, didn't know if friendlies were down to the FOB, heading over to the FOB right now.
So I got these guys in here as a debug. And I'm gonna commit 2 more choppers to this, and if the choppers get shot down, that's it.
These outcasts, these are concrete. It won't work like that.
There we go.
I believe in you, outcast. You can do it.
No, I'm just now acting as a bridge for people to jump over.
Nice. You just killed that man.
Did I?
He almost did. He glitched himself into a box and died.
It's not my fault he doesn't know how to climb. Anyways, ground command, got a game plan?
And they're picking up blue 4 weapons, so they might get shot later.
Copy, may I make a suggestion?
Amazing. Making missions for 5 to 7 people, make sure you get everyone's input, make sure everyone has a good time.
Ground command,
and
may I make a suggestion?
By all means.
let me think. Always take feedback at the end, and make sure you cater the settings to them if they know what settings they want to play with. If there is a representative that speaks for them, like because they're a small group and they have a leader, you got to do everything through the leader. You don't want to circumvent their chain of command, otherwise that can create issues. And Bad Wolf, you're right. Normally I'd make an LZ, but the LZ is literally here, so.
FOB confirmed dead.
Is he just shooting that at infantry? Because that's not going to do shit.
This is Grand High. Can you reconfirm what the commanders are wearing? Hat and aviators, correct?
Alright, I'm gonna pretend that Zeno has a smartphone and he sent me a picture so I can say, yes, Zeno, that's one of the dead guys.
Incoming paratroopers, northeast. Gorgons, they're also to the north. Keep yourself in cover. Everybody get on the walls and start shooting.
They're jumping in the water. We're gonna go not hard for them to do.
We've got a few of them to the north as well.
Oh, AT's landed right on the shore. This could be an issue. And they get him. Good. Good, good, good. Excuse me.
I would suggest while Gorgons are engaging the paratroopers, we load infantry up into the Gorgons.
I hype it up because you never know what the AI might do. But yeah, no, I would consider the stuff I'm doing with, the Sarsim Mando unit right now is small scale, the new Thursday thing is small scale, T3s are small scale. It's nice.
Be advised, enemy Comanches flying over.
What?
Those are
If they were Comanches, you'd be
Sorry,
dead.
missed PID.
You would be dead. Because those things have AGMs and guns.
ground, waiting on infantry to load up.
All infantry load up in the Gorgon, friggin' now.
Yes, fly away from them in a straight line. That's a very good idea. Alright, so one of them is going to be grounded for repairs. I'll give it like
Gorgon, could
10
you back
minutes
a little bit more so,
once it's back at
infantry has
base.
more cover to back up into.
This is Alpha to ground. We're going to be walking up since our last solo location.
Is it a good idea to join TSB?
Well, I mean, you could load
I mean, that's the community I do most of my Zeus work for, so it's up to you.
It's fine, we walk.
I'm not going to say anything.
Bravo Gorgon has everyone left.
But it looks like they've, you know, unfucked their situation here, so.
Just pick a Gorgon, we're going to the same place.
On the bright side, I don't have that much AT left. I still got a PCML or two
Mount the
out and
fuck
about.
Up, Alpha, I don't care what you're saying. If you're not going to be pushing now, mount the fuck up in the Vex. That is a direct order.
Alright, so I gotta wait like a minute for that Ghost Hawk to allegedly land on a carrier and bring a new group, and then another 11 minutes for that one,
I still have
considering
one
transit
spot
time.
left. Come on. screw it. I'm pushing off. Bravo Gorgon, you full?
No, we're entirely empty. Nope.
Well, what the heck, guys? Load up into Bravo Gorgon and this Gorgon.
Yeah, at Cass, we could push literally all the way up to the next fob on the beach.
That's kind of the plan.
Awesome, I like that plan.
Load up in the other Gorgon, guys. The other Gorgon's empty.
About 45 more seconds, because that one chopper would have gotten there by
What
now.
the heck? Don't get out of my Gorgon.
Oh my god, it's like watching a bunch of cockroaches go for a mag.
Both Gorgons move.
Thank you, Outcast.
Okay, I got one spot left. How many do you have left, Bravo?
So that's the wounded one. I'm gonna delete that one for now.
I don't give a shit. Just move to the dismount. If people are outside, they can walk.
Oh well, that's Alpha.
They just killed Seymour. Okay. All right. Because Seymour
We'll
was
come back
out in his own.
Pick up whoever's left over once the main force has gotten off and started pushing.
Red Nexus, he's challenging the dismounts here. Okay.
We're gonna drop our guys right here because rocks and buildings.
These two guys are running over to the fob to check it out. But at this point, they would have heard the Vicks back, so I'm going to pull them back instead.
Building by building. Get in there, don't get shot. Gorgons, give us long range support, please.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn this turret around.
Curiosity, was Seymour
Nope,
alone?
never mind.
Typical.
I didn't even say anything, but okay.
Push that way. Push 310, go.
Good headshot on that guy. So, like 2:10, I'll have the other Ghost Hawk start doing runs again, but by then, this base should hopefully be secured.
Alpha and Bravo, be advised there is infantry in the woods to the north.
Hey, look, the air actually smart enough to get in here.
Ground's gonna try and do what we can, but be aware you may be getting flanked.
Bravo copies. We're approaching an assault, approximately 150 meters off from the fob.
All right, guys, come on. We gotta get into this AO now, please.
Oh, never mind. It was a pilot. Scratch it.
That was the AI. Why? What? That's not the angle I told you to go on. You did it fine the first time. Why are you... Okay. That's... Well, that QRF's not gonna get there in time.
Ha! The defense caught it. Fuck you, Liru. Yeah, watch that guy, Outcast. He shot it.
Yeah, there's toes in the towers.
Well, was he saying that because an AI shot him, or... Oh, this guy. Yep, the southern... Okay. I love how this mortar guy's just vibing. Yeah, that squad is not going to be effective at all. This is a do-or-die situation, but... by my own logic, I have, throttled myself here. You got NATO kind of keyholing dudes.
Yep, we're good.
Okay. I hope that was friendly.
Hey, Gorian, we got enemy contact northeast of your current position.
Copy.
There you go. And again, the medic has pushed up on his own. Classic.
Be advised, I got Holy Light down, medic down, at the fob, outside the wall.
It's gonna take another minute, so about 2:06. Hey, look, the guns are all floating away from the bodies. Wait. Fascinating. I was trying to make him go prone.
Be advised,
There's command team dead.
Trying to breach front entrance of the fob.
I think the Gorgon just killed that guy. So Risen, he's enjoyed killing off some dudes and picking up NATO guns. That's fair.
I didn't charge up again.
This is ground for a minute. Did somebody go and steal ground victim base?
Galil tried at one point in time. I'm not sure
We
if he
left it
actually
there.
did.
We left it at base.
Seymour took it! Can see title up!
This is Garmin, returning to Belladon.
Alright, King, I never took the...
Please stop
That goes
the
big.
compound.
Can somebody please relay whoever the fuck that is?
Alright, it's about 30 seconds early, but I can still...
Vehicles, hold fire, friendly force are pushing in.
There's not even a guarantee that they're gonna do this correctly because... the Vic is silly, but that's fine. I'm gonna try to guide him with a waypoint. I think the other Vic is gonna just stay out of commission at this point. And let's, that'll be it for the AO.
Coming back to base.
Thank you very much.
Right side. This motherfucker again.
Just saw the headshot. Where's the grenades?
Yes, to right, as you're going to command.
Grenade!
Can you push it?
Over the wall!
Bravo Gorgon, Charlie Gorgon, we're pulling security on the southwest side of the fob.
Yeah, there's still bad guys at the top.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna pull security for infantry to assault and not have to worry about anything pushing in.
Yeah.
Can you please stop firing into the fob?
I can't.
It's AP. Call them your titties. Or milk them. I don't care.
Yeah,
Where's the
AP
line
isn't gonna
you
do
guys?
anything to you guys. It's the MP that will.
Maybe it's the blowing of the fucking tower.
Already.
This is Alpha to ground. Alpha to ground.
Go for ground.
We killed the commander in the second fob.
This is ground to higher. We've supposedly killed both commanders. Can you confirm this?
Hi, Command. I sent you a picture through a text message.
Thank you. Yes, both commanders are dead. Stand by for index. Remember to jump up to the main channel since you all went to separate ones for the organizational process, so... Not gonna write anything. Just... Oh, man. I like this template. I like this one. Alright, let's kill the music. We got another op in about 45 minutes. I'm probably going to take a small break between that. And, let's see. Let's get stock image. There we go. Alright. Now to begin mass move. Alright, let's see. Everyone who stayed at least is still here. Just going to go over how that op went real quick. You mounted up, you pushed blindly into the AO, you found a recon team, took it out. That was your regroup point. One of your Vics decided to go cray-cray. I healed it. But there's nothing I can do when that happens, so Arma's Arma. Just be careful when, dismounting both infantry and casualties at the same time. From there, at that regroup point, you left the demo guy of the squad alive in that recon team, so the one RC I did today was RC that guy, put a charge on your Vic. I could have stolen it, but instead I just wanted to charge it because... A, stealing it would have been, I think, a bit too much for you guys, especially considering everything else that happened. And B, wasn't a total loss. Outcast, can you please stop the hot micing? Thank you.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No problem. So, killed him, regrouped. Vix pushed up. One of your Vics was taking AT fire, then got behind some rocks, blocked him another rocket, then went in between the rocks at the direction, and then another rocket came in and killed it. Actually, it would technically be a missile. Notes about the Gorgons, guys. Commanders get 2 giant smoke screens. If you're getting locked on and you deploy that and then move, the missile will lose lock. It'll still go to where you originally were, so you still have to move afterwards, but it's fine. If you're having an issue with that, best way you can test it is do it at base, and then you can go to the ammo Vic and get the munition back. So that way, you know that it works instead of complaining on me on 50. But otherwise, the main enemy ATU fought today was PCMLs in the squads, and then there were 3 fire teams just kind of scattered out on the outskirts of the actual blue oval area that had Mazes that you took out, which was nice. But you lost some Vics there. Actually, you lost a Vic there. Regrouped, pushed south. You pushed to the one hill in the AO where I had a Rhino on. And luck be had it, you also pushed up at the one angle where there wasn't a bush covering it. So the AI, I gave it fuel and it started driving towards you, and it did its job. It pretty much annihilated you guys, so I pulled it back. And then it decided to come back into the AO, and 2 Gorgons, one pushed up to it, used Deflate to hide from it because it noticed through third person it was pointing its gun at it, and another one came around and blew it up with a missile, so that was good. Then you started pushing into where the FOBs actually were, and things got very messy because one squad went one direction, one squad with the Gorgons in command went another direction. Squad that went off on its own ended up in between both FOBs that were still fully garrisoned, fully at strength, so they sent infantry out. They called for QRF. That one squad got eliminated by 2 squads of infantry that came at it from 2 different directions and a marshal. Then more infantry came in and sweeped everything up. Then you guys were struggling because you had 3 Gorgons with only one squad of infantry to overwatch because command was staying in their Vic as well. So that got kind of put in the fray, but I only sent 2 infantry squads at you at a time knowing this, and that lets you eventually rebound and finish the objective, albeit slowly. Other things I want to note, yes, guys, don't pick up enemy weapons for PID, but at the same time, gunners, make sure you're not on thermals and you shoot at thermals only, because I watched you wipe, like, 2 or 3 guys in a squad, and they were fine. No, it wasn't Seymour in that case. He was intermingled and with enemies on his own. I'm not talking about that instance. It was before the first FOB you assaulted. A Gorgon came up the road, and there was a friendly squad moving down that road. No one had enemy guns. This was right after you guys talked about not having enemy guns on 50. And then he just shot 2 of his own guys. But they had their own guns and stuff. So again, make sure gunners are, not staying in thermal only. And, you still PID afterwards. And don't be afraid to fall back and regroup because you were very, very close to losing that. And then remember that, you have the tools to succeed. You just have to use them. If you need repairs, there's a repair specialist right by you. You just have to ask for them or get out of the Vic yourself and ask for them instead of begging on 50 because maybe the squad leaders are busy doing other stuff. I don't know. I just Zeus here. Ground, go ahead. I'm not going to mention the grenades, but I'll let him watch the VOD back for that.
The idea was to move to the northern side, hopefully get a bit of recon, take out a couple of advanced recon squads and then push down, and hopefully by hitting somewhere near the middle, we'll be able to see things around the entire area and then push to clear it. That kind of went out when we found the recon squad and then a second one came in the flanks. That happens. We did start pushing after everything was got back up, and we did quite well. The Rhino kind of keyholed us, but that happens from time to time, so no problems there. Then we actually made quite a good push after that, and the unintentional force split. I tried to keep ground command at the back, so if anything gets shot at us, we'd be the first to know and we can tell the infantry, while the infantry works together to push through and then spot anything and clear it. Alpha and Gorgons did well to stay together. I think it was Bravo that went off on their own. Either way, we just went to the end, found the fob, tried to take the fob, got caught out by the infantry, pulled back a bit, and everyone reinserted, pushed in, cleared the fob while the reinserts happened, and then came back around and got the other fob and cleared that. So quite a lot of things I've got to learn from this one. I'm going to have to watch back and see where I went wrong and fix it, but otherwise everyone did well. Alpha?
Alpha pushed along. We got armored by unloading our crew, or more or less the entire infantry squad after we got hit by Marshall. And then we pushed into town. We was guarding our Gorgon by having one team on each side of the road, pushed down all the way to the beach, and then we started heading west towards the FOBs. And then we got mass cast again over there. And we held out until friendly force came, and then we pushed on. That's more or less it. Bravo.
Bravo pushed down the opposite side of the roadway, initial contact, pushed in, made contact with enemy armor, engaged, pushed into some houses, cleared houses, building. We were the ones that actually ended up between the two FOBs, pulled back from that contact, ended up with a mash cast outside of the first FOB we assaulted, regrouped once we got wholly in there, got us up, assaulted the FOB, took out the first lieutenant, regrouped. After that, we just assaulted the second FOB. We lost our repair guy to a DC I think right after the mass cast. So I was trying to relay that we couldn't repair any vehicles.
Charlie, Vic?
Charlie Vic or Charlie?
Well, you're on a Vic on your own. The other Gorgon.
Outcast.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think there was some good communication between the Gorgons, but communication on where targets were when a squad spotted a target, we never really got any good information on where they were, how far they were, what kind of vehicle it was, or what kind of target it was. Once a Gorgon spotted it, it was relayed perfectly fine, and we were able to get Gorgons to work on it together. But just if you're going to spot something that you need the Gorgon to take out or the Gorgon to assist you with, you need to give it its direction, either from you or from where the Gorgon is. And you need to specify what direction you're getting it from, whether it's from you. So 232 of my paws or 232 from your paws. As well as a rough distance as well, and the type of contact it is. So that way the Gorgon knows, or whoever's going to assist you knows what kind of situation they're getting themselves into and what type of ammo to be using. But yeah, that's my only major complaint. That's it for me.
Brush up what I mentioned about the what's it called? Friendlies having weapons. It was because how Liru said it. That wasn't what happened. We had some nut job walk in the middle of the road with a fucking MX in his hand,
and he almost got shot. I was about 2 seconds from having Malin delete you. So
We did shoot a friendly that had a MX.
Was it at that
Long
same
story
group of
short-
guys?
Possibly. Long story short, if it isn't
Because we
yours,
checked all of their
don't
guns
take
and they
it.
didn't
That goes
have
for
MXs,
vehicles as
so
well as weapons,
I don't know.
unless you've been given specific.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Public up will be in about 30 minutes. I'm actually going to go switch the server off and on to get that going. So hey, maybe I'll see you in 30. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. Hope you enjoyed the unboxing that just went up about an hour or two ago. And if you haven't, feel free to go check it out. Otherwise, go operate operationally. See you either again in 30 or tomorrow.